All right, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, God of Heroics, and today we are going to be doing part 2 of our training day, if you will. No King Kongs involved. Well, we're all monkeys here. Anyway, we're going to go straight into training mode because I am going to show you guys how to combo. I've been hearing a lot of people having issues with basically comboing in general, and some people aren't entirely certain how it works. So I'm just gonna give you kind of a layout of information on how this works. And trust me, the team I have selected here actually makes sense. Not only are 3 of these characters that I play, and 2 of them are my favorite women in the series, but the way they work is actually going to help with our comboing training for the day. So, without further ado, let's get started. Please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit that notification bell so you can be caught up to date with all future uploads. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into this. So, first things first, I just want to say comboing is not real, does not exist. Technically, the video ends right there, but that's not actually where the video ends, because while there is no such thing as comboing, there is a such thing as comboing, because comboing is mainly based on playing around with the mechanics of the game to ensure that your opponent cannot get the upper hand and that you stay in control of the current situation. Every character has the very basic combo, and if done quick enough and if done in the right pressure, it will work. So if you just keep mashing square, you get your basic rush combo that changes into its own maneuvers, like so. If you wait until after that down smash and then you do a little bit of triangle and circle here and there, you know, some rush chains and stuff, the follow-up attacks in your rush chains, you can get some pretty interesting stuff. You can extend the combo from just that to something like this. Daimogoku has square triangle, and he also has square square triangle. Same thing. So within your combos, one thing that you want to make sure that you do if you are hitting that combo is to not do the same move twice. So as you see, that is his flying kick of sorts. We'll get into that later. And then this is his heavy smash. So if you go ahead and do those twice in your combo ends. And it's all within the same counter. It knocks them back. If you want, you can continue to like do, you know, like rush attack or like one of your blast moves or whatnot. But at the end of the day, your combo will end before you probably would like it to. So with Daimogoku only having 2 of these, it makes his combos a little bit shorter, but also makes it a little easier to execute. So what I like to do now, another maneuver that I like is tripping your opponent and then doing a lift up strike. As you can see right there, once they're tripped, yeah, again, it can be vanished or it can be countered. Same for lift ups, can be vanished or countered. But long story short, that's what I like to do. Also, it's better to attack your opponent from behind, but you have to be a little careful with that with Goku Mini because he can vanish behind the opponent like so. But if you remember from my previous video, if you watched it, if not, I'll just give you a recap. Your opponent can't react to your vanish. So if you hit them and vanish behind them, it is entirely possible if they hit circle at the right time that they can vanish behind you, and that is very dangerous for you. So if you want to go ahead and risk it, especially if your opponent's not expecting it, go ahead and do it. If you don't want to risk it, then I suggest not risking it. You can also sidestep mid-combo, and either way, whether you're vanishing behind your opponent or staying in front of them or sidestepping or whatnot, you continue your combo from where you left off. If you're sidestepping, you actually start it over. But if you're vanishing, you continue from where you left off. The third part to this comboing structure that I want to get into is stepping. Very simple. It's X. X. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you knock them back, like so, you can step forward, and that strike is actually not the best option for that combo. So when you step, you want to use up square or down square because they come off a little bit faster. So they're it's basically true. Like, it's hard to say that anything in this game is true, but if you knock them back with your rush combo, and it's step in, then you can do down square or up square, and it's true. They have to get hit by it. Because you can see how long it takes for them to finish recovering. I'm already in his face by the time he does that. So, see, Goku Mini, I like to get the advantage, especially if you and your opponent are attacking each other at the same time. And whoever gets the last hit, or whoever does a chain first, normally wins that encounter. So I like to go ahead and do his flying kick attack. And I know a lot of people aren't sure if that's a flying kick because it doesn't look like a flying kick, but all flying kicks go through your opponent's guard. If they're doing a regular block, they have to high block to get through it. So that is his flying kick. And another way to tell is when you do your character's flying kick, they are automatically in flight. So feet planted, flying kick, flying. It's the same with characters like Videl. Feet planted, flying kicks, and now she's floating. Super easy way to tell which is which. As you see, it opens them up. They have to get hit by it. But they can block again if you do that heavy attack. See? And like I said, that was blocked. All I did was step and use square, and he blocked that. But when I step in and use up square, he does not block that. Same for stepping in using down square. Doesn't block it. And it's because he can't. So basically what I'm doing is chain one, so into the flying kicks, then I can do a full rush. Sorry, full rush. His rush is a little hard to tell because normally it's 5 hits, but his second attack is a 2 hit. So it automatically does 3 hits, so be careful with that if you're using this character or another character that does multi-hits with just 1 hit. Just know the tells. So I'll do flying kick. So, I got ahead of myself, but we're going to go ahead and explain what I did here. So, after I do the flying kicks, I go into a full rush, in which case I do a dash and do my down square or up square, whichever one I feel like doing. And then I go into another rush. If I have not already used my heavy attack, I'll use that after doing my up square or down square. And then I go into 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after that, I down triangle. I use a grand slash. Because at that point, what they're trying to focus on is blocking in general, not necessarily blocking your a down or a high attack. So then once I get that in, then I do 1 hit, and then I do a left strike. Just a little bit more confusion, but also extends the combo a little bit more. Because if you grand slash, that's the end of the combo. Especially if they stay on the ground, there's nothing you can really do to change that. So just letting you know, that's why I do that. So grand slash, then pop up. So when you do the lift strike, there's a chance that if they recover, they can block and they'll be able to counter if you jump up and do a square attack, like so. So to mitigate that, it's still, remember, everything is still counterable. It's just for the sake of the mix. I pop him up and then I go up and hit triangle. He does a heavy attack to stun, and then I can go into my square flurries. So what I like to do, let me charge up some more because I'm gonna rush attack in this. I like to use my Square X, my Vanishing Assault. If you're behind your opponent, if you're super close to your opponent, you end up behind them. If you're about mid-range, you go right in front of them. But in this case, we are far away because they fly away. So it's just a means of getting a little bit closer to them. So after the lift up, boom, 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 boom. You can go into that, but that misses because of the fall. And it's going to be the same for his take this. So what I do is go lift him up. Gotta use my vanishing strike to get closer, and then I go right ahead and jump into it. And now he's on the ground, and it's easier for that move to track. Once you pop him up, boom, 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 boom. I finish that with triangle. I don't finish it with an all square finish. I'll finish it with triangle to knock him down. But again, because it's down, so boom, 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 boom. And now that he's down on the ground with that rush, like you saw, I can use triangle and he'll knock them up. Or I can do a chase, or I can do a lightning attack. Now, depending on how you choose to combo, it can make things a little bit difficult. Sorry. Pop him up. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if I do that, and I go into a rush, I'm going to miss. So I'm going to show you how to fix that as well. So if you're going for a beam attack, by the way, you're going to work. It's going to work. So let me show you with Gohan. Boom, boom, boom. The beam hits. The beam always angles itself down to that angle. You see that? Now, depending on how they recover, that may or may not work. It's super dependent on them. But as you see, that is a full combo with Goku Mini, and you see how it works. Just so you know, this kind of formula can work with any character. This is also why I have Videl here, because she is a purely melee-based character. She cannot do any Ki Blast. But she also has multiple variations for her combo chains, for her rest chains. So, chain 1, flying kicks. Chain 2 is actually a turnaround. Now, if you can turn your opponent around, like I said, then your combos have a better chance at working because they have less defensive options. They cannot do their circle triangle counter, and they can Z counter with forward square. At the moment you're about to hit them, but it's harder to pull off. And they still can vanish, but only if you're doing finishers like this, or Grand Slash, popping them up, or whatever. Rush 3. Rush 2 is that. Rush 3 is a Ki Cannon. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be her heavy smash. So, here's the thing. With Ki Cannon, maybe I'm just stupid, but I can't find a responsible way to make that work in the combo. Yeah, so unless you're about to end your combo with like a rush attack or something, I personally wouldn't use it. But it's up to you. If you find a way to make it work, let me know. But if not, then that's just not what we're doing. I'm not going to use it unless I'm trying to knock my opponent back to hit him with a Ki Blast or a rush attack. But you can do whatever you like. Boom. Boom. In fact, you might want to actually save your flying kick depending on the situation. She can't have it, but other characters can. I'm going to show you with Gohan.
I can handle the rest.
Some characters, their flying kick can actually pull your opponent out of a Grand Slash falling technique, or the Honored One stance, as JJK fans would call it. Some characters, like Mini Goku, have copies of the same move, like how his flying kick is the same for 1 and 4, and 2 and 3 is the same for his heavy smash. Same thing for Trunks, except he only has 3 options. He has flying kicks, he has Ki Cannon, and then he has heavy smash. If you do 4, it's another heavy smash. So for him, he doesn't have a turnaround. His combos have to be a little more on the lenient side, but he does have the flying kick for the stance reset. So flying kicks, heavy smash, turnaround, Ki Cannon. Everything is completely different for her, so you can kind of Oh, did she not also have that? Oh, I just learned in this training session that she is also one of the characters that cannot trip to flying kick. You can mitigate that by if you trip them. Remember, if you saw in the last video, if you do ground slash, you can push forward or up triangle, and it'll lead into its own flying kicks, and then press square. So that's another way that you can play around with their combos. So for her, you can do 1, 2, 3, boom, 1. Boom. You know, whatever you. It's up to you. But what I want to show you with Caulifla is that don't get comfortable with your character's rest chains necessarily. So we're gonna go Super Saiyan 2. Still think it's dumb either than Super Saiyan, but it's what it is. So, Ki Cannon, not flying kicks. That's still heavy smash. That is turnaround, and that is flying kicks at the end. So her set has definitely changed a little bit. And with characters like that, you obviously can't do the trip into the flying kicks because now flying kicks is 4. So you have to play around with it. Yeah, pretty much that is going to be everything. I know I don't think I helped a lot. I mean, it's possible that I helped a lot. You may have learned a lot more in this video than I think, but it's mostly because I grew up playing Tenkaichi 2 and 3, and then I revisited Tenkaichi 3 before this game even came out for like a solid month. So to me, none of this seemed new, but to you guys, whether you're new to the game or returning to the franchise after God knows how long, this might be new information for you. So if you learned something, please like this video, subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. We are going to be doing a lot more Sparking Zero in the future. I still do have tons of videos lined up. I have a lot of stuff recorded that's going to be going up soon, and there's still more recordings that I have planned in the future anyway. So I will see you guys for sure in the next video, trying to keep up these daily uploads. Peace.